Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol & Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol & Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol & Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Arnold Field on the campus of Lebanon Valley College for Wilkes football on the John Mendola Network and WilkesAthletics.com. I'm Tom Ferguson, and we're coming to you live. It is a non-conference matchup with two teams in the same conference. Lebanon Valley taking on Wilkes, the second game of the college football season, the second week here in the MAC, and these two teams kind of already had their schedules set. Obviously, when Alvernia got a new team and joined the MAC, that kind of threw everybody's schedules into disarray. So with the adjustment period, they're allowing teams that already kind of had their schedules set to play a non-conference game against a conference opponent. Hence why we're here with Lebanon Valley 0-1 hosting Wilkes 0-1, the first true road game of the John Drock era for the Colonels. Last week, it was a loss to Hartwick, 28-24, but there was a lot of positives to take out of that one. And Coach Drock actually got a chance to sit down with Adam Planamento, who's part of the SID office at Wilkes. He gave him a couple words on what he saw last week and what he's looking forward to this week.
Good afternoon, Colonel Country, and welcome to another episode of Colonel's Corner. Today, we'll be discussing Week 2 while also recapping Week 1 of Wilkes University football season. Our guest today is Wilkes University head coach, John Drock. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it.
Now, before we dive into the questions, can you talk to us about your impressions of Week 1?
Yeah, I thought we played well. We did not play well enough to win, obviously, but we made some strides and we made some improvements, so I was happy with that. I think we took a step forward from where we were in the scrimmage, and that's what we're looking for, is just continual improvement.
Now, before we jump into Week 1 stats, can you talk to us about, did you take time to really let the moment sink in, as this was your first game as an NCAA head coach?
And to be honest, not really. I mean, I think we were so focused on what's actually going on and all the kids and getting us ready to go. I think that was always my emphasis. I don't know that it feels drastically different from being a coordinator or being an assistant coach. I think now you probably have a little bit more eyes on you, but that's about it. But I was excited about the opportunity. At the same time, we were focused on our opponent and winning the game.
Absolutely. Now, as we dive into Week 1, Jose Tabora and Jeff Stever had an immediate connection on offense. Based on their play in the preseason, did you see this coming?
Yeah, I thought that both those guys had a great spring, and they also had a really, really good fall. And having that connection and having them have some history together as well, I think really helped quite a bit. I think they know where they're going to be in the field. Their general knowledge of our offense and continuing to grow within the offense is a huge attribute to that. Obviously, we're going to be significantly different than what we were last year. At the same time, they both really learned it and put a lot of time in.
Now, talk about the other side of the ball. Devin Fink had 3 of our 6 pass breakups as a team, and Vinnie Werner had 1.5 sacks. Can you talk to us about, 1, their individual performances, and 2, the performance of the defense as a whole?
Yeah, I think both those guys had solid games. I think that there were still a couple plays that we could have made on the defensive side of the ball, but I was very, very happy with Devin and Vinny as a whole. I think that both those guys gave great effort, and that's what we're looking for more than anything else, is just continually great effort across the board. They were flying around the field and making a lot of plays.
Now, Devin not only had great play on defense, but he also had a 70-yard kick return. And the kickoff coverage unit gave up only 45 yards on 5 kickoffs. What did they do during the preseason to really come out and show that excellent effort in the first game?
Well, we put a lot of emphasis on special teams, and I'm not surprised that Coach Elder had those guys clicking at a really, really high level. We spend a lot of time in practice on those things, and it is a third of the game, and it's an area where we can always get an advantage on our opponents. I don't know that we'll always be bigger and stronger than all the people we play right now, but special teams are an area where you can really get an edge because it's really an effort thing. We have a lot of young guys playing on special teams, and guys like Jason Wiley and a couple other guys really made an impact for us, making tackles on kickoff cover and flying down, and they're buying into that right now because that's their opportunity to go out and show what they can do, and that will grow into a larger role offensively and defensively as we go throughout the year.
Now, as we look ahead to week 2, we head to Lebanon Valley, a place where we haven't had much success against the Dutchmen the last 2 years. What do we need to do in all 3 facets of the game to come out with a victory?
I think what we need to do is we need to take care of the football. I think that was one of the big things last year when Jose went down on, I believe, the 3rd play of the game last year. We didn't do a great job of taking care of the football. I thought our special teams were extremely poor last year, and those are all areas, again, like I said, we can kind of get an advantage, I think, as we move forward. They're a very strong physical football team, and they do a lot of things to try to take you out of your game plan, so you have to push and force things a little bit more than I think you'd like to. At the same time, we need to be very, very patient in what we're doing, patient in our schemes offensively, and patient on defense. It's going to be an extremely physical football game, and we know that going in, and we're going to have to match their intensity across the board.
Wilkes University football Week 2 matchup at Lebanon Valley, kickoff scheduled for 1 p.m. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck this week.
Thanks so much, Adam. Appreciate it.
And we are right on time with that kickoff. Wilkes won the toss, deferred, so it will be the Dutchmen that take the kick. 0-1 coming off a 44-21 defeat to F&M, the Diplomats, last week. Nationally ranked Franklin and Marshall. So Cutteroff has the ball on the 35-yard line, far side hash. Back to receive the kick, Tyre Diggs, who had a 96-yard kick return for touchdown last week, and Dre Birch. Cutteroff approaches the ball, puts his right foot to it, and the game is underway. It's a high end-over-end kick. This one taken around the 20-yard line by Diggs, trying to cut back up the field as he cut across, and he's down just inside his own 30-yard line at the 29. So that's where Lebanon Valley will take over. Again, 44-21 they lost. They had 235 yards of offense in that game. They had a 7-0 lead with the ball, but they just couldn't get anything going as Lebanon Valley kind of couldn't settle in. So 1st and 10, it's Cody Kegeris under center with an I formation. Back he goes, he's rolling to his right on the waggle, and he hits his man around the 35-yard line. That was complete to Gary Wise. The starters along the offensive line for Lebanon Valley, number 71, Lee Amorose, a senior from Atlas, Pennsylvania. The left guard, Nick Napadano, the 5'10", 250 freshman from Levittown. Evan Shiley, the center, the senior from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. Scott Werner at right guard, the senior from Pine Grove. And Jack Heff, the junior from Spring City, Pennsylvania. 6-yard pickup up to the 36-yard line. And it's going to be a keeper there by Kegeris. And I don't know, they might give him a yard out to the 37-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd and 2 here for Lebanon Valley. So Lebanon Valley, 44-21, they lost to F&M. Their head coach, Joe Bueller, his 3rd season at the helm for Lebanon Valley, but he's been there for a while, spent the previous 12 years as the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach. And his team's always known for having a lot of size, being able to push people around on the offensive line. There was a brief stoppage. The officials came over to talk to Coach Bueller. And it's 3rd and 2. Kegeris is able to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. And it was a 6-yard pass to Wise. So they're going to throw it out to the near side to Diggs. Diggs gets a first down across the 40 before he's knocked out at the 46-yard line, a pickup of 9 on the play. So Lebanon Valley picks up their first down. That was the first third down they've converted all season. They were 0 for 11 last week. So they break the huddle. They got Wise and Diggs to the top of the formation. It's Fink in the backfield, the running back. Under center, Cody Kegerice. I formation, 2 receivers to the top, handoff, right side, Fink trying to get through that middle of the Wilkes defense, maybe to the 48-yard line on forward progress, a 2-yard pickup. Wilkes had a tough time against the run last week, 180 yards on the ground, 407 total yards given up defensively. Makes it 2nd and 8 here. So they've got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. It's Dallas Arner at the top. 3 receiver set, shotgun formation for Kegerice. Back he goes, and he's going to run with it. Off to the left side, he's hit as he crosses the 50 and down near the Wilkes 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd and about 3. So 3rd and 3 coming up. They got 2 receivers to the top. They got a tight end and Clark to the near side. I formation. Kegerice under center once again. Back he goes. He's rolling out to the right. Now looking to throw on the run. He does. Looking downfield. He has his man. It's caught by Tyre Diggs, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. He got behind the linebacker, Lucas Wood, who came up holding his left hamstring as Diggs makes the catch. And Wilkes gives up a touchdown, a 46-yard strike. So Diggs hauls that one in. And Wilkes is behind 6-0 with 12:14 to play here in the first quarter. Impressive start to the game here for Lebanon Valley. The hold down, the kick on the way, and that one's through. Nick Bentz puts that one in. 7-0 the score. Wilkes behind on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Cody Kegerice to Tyre Diggs. So pretty easy drive there for Lebanon Valley to start. They faced a couple third downs. They converted on both of them. And not the start Wilkes wanted defensively. So we'll see what Wilkes can do offensively. Coach Drock and I talked a lot about what they were able to do last week offensively, which was run the clock, get a lot of good plays. Cadis back to receive the kick for Wilkes alongside Devin Fink. Fink had a great return last week against Hartwick. About 70 yards or so, got them to the 20-yard line. That was a good game for Wilkes in the sense that every time it looked like Hartwick was able to try to pull away, Wilkes came right back, except for the final one, which Hartwick took the lead on a bizarre 68-yard touchdown catch that bounced off a receiver and 2 defenders before landing in the arms of the intended receiver. So here's the kick from Lebanon Valley, high end-over-end kick taken by Cadis just inside at his own 9-yard line. He runs out to the right side. Cadis, a lot of space, breaks a tackle at the 30. Cadis across the 40. Cadis across the 50, has one man to beat, and he's taken down inside the 35-yard line. So Wilkes comes right back and gets a big return. Was that Cadis or was that Fink? Either way, it was a huge return. Cadis able to take that one to the 32-yard line for Wilkes, and that's where they will take over. So here's our first look at Jose Tabora and company. Jose, 22 of 38, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's got a receiver to the near side, and Derek Nelson. 2 receivers to the top. Justin Deem, the tight end, to the left side. Back goes Tabora. 1st and 10. Drops it to Deem on a little screen. Breaks 2 tackles inside the 30 before he's taken down at the 29-yard line. A pickup of about 3. That was almost dangerous there, as it looked like LVC had that one scouted, but Dean was able to escape 2 tackle attempts from I think it was Ryan Johnson and Jacob Whitfield on the inside to be able to move up. So inside the 30-yard line at the 29, it's 2nd and 7. Nelson near side. It's Yannick in the slot to the top with Stieber above him. Taragna stands next to Tabora. They've got Bryce Harrison into the game, wing right. Shotgun once again. Tabora, play action, looking, over the middle. Got it complete. This one to Yannick inside the 15-yard line for a first down. About a 16-yard pickup to the 13-yard line. Wilkes looking crisp early on offense after giving up a big touchdown to LVC. 11 minutes to play first quarter. It's 7-0 Dutchman in front. 2 receivers to the top once again. Yannick in the slot. Stieber is deep. They've got Ermias deep near side. Nelson in the slot. So 4 receiver set out of the shotgun once again. Taragna stands next to Tabora. Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Going to be a handoff to Taragna, kind of held onto it. Did Tabora to the last second. Taragna carried him across the 10-yard line before he's taken down around the 8, it looks like. So that is about a 5-yard pickup. That's a good carry there for Wilkes. And now they've got an opportunity at 2nd and 5. From the 8-yard line. 2 receivers near side. It's 2 to the top. Shotgun once again for Tabora. This time Taragna's to his right. He gets the snap. Back he goes. He looks to the right side. Doesn't have a ton of space. Tries to throw it in between a few defenders. It's off his intended receiver and incomplete. I think that was Johnson that couldn't come up with it. Or Jordan Jones, excuse me. Couldn't quite come down with that one. And that brings up 3rd and 5. Jordan Jones saw some action, especially late in that game, against Hartwick last week. Deem is out there. So is Bryce Harrison. They got Lashinsky, the fullback, out there. He's going to line up wing left. Actually, they're in trips with the 2 tight ends to the left side. Also, Yannick out there. Stieber's to the near side. LVC showing some pressure. Tabora looking to the corner, has Stieber. It's caught, and he's out of bounds, but I think he made the catch very close to the first down marker. And he's a yard shy. They're going to put him at the 5-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup. So Stieber couldn't get it, and now Wilkes has to think about what they want to do here. 4th and 1 coming up for the Colonels. They're at the 5, they need the 4. I formation, Tabora under center. Stieber, the deep man, to the top of the formation, double tight. It's Taragna that dots the I. Handoff, Taragna, he's close. We'll see. It depends. I don't know if he got it. And they did not. No gain for Taragna, and LVC takes over. So a good-looking drive for Wilkes stalls out inside the 15-yard line. And the Dutchmen will take over. They lead 7-0. 9:19 to play here in the first quarter. A couple other games in action. 14-0. FDU already leads William Patterson. 31-7. Delaware Valley on top of UMass Dartmouth. 1st and 10, the handoff to the right side. Running off that right side, getting across the 10 near the 11-yard line. Looked like that was Salerno on the carry. Solid pickup of about 6 yards for Salerno. So Cody Kegerice and company break the huddle. They've got Wise deep to the near side. Under center goes Kegerice. Another I formation. Wilkes showing a little pressure on their left side. Handoff, running off to that left side is Salerno once again. He's swallowed up as he crosses the line of scrimmage. He is close to the first down marker. And I think they're going to give it to him. Out to the 15-yard line with a first down. It was Woods in on the stop. Najir Woods for Wilkes. Not a ton of changes defensively for Wilkes. We'll get those starters to you in just a second. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top. Kegerice, shotgun, 2 sidecars. 1st and 10 from his own 15. Looking to the near side, pumps, now looks, has his man Wise across the 25 and down near the 27-yard line. In on the stop was Devin Fink. Second time he's hooked up with Wise. This time for 13 yards out to the 28. Under center, 2 receivers to the top. Another I formation look for Lebanon Valley. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Right to left as we see it. Rolling, they're going to hand it off. The ball's on the ground, and I think they jumped back on top of it. So that was close there. Hunter Wilson was the one who had the carry, but he loses about 2 yards. Makes it 2nd and 12 for the Dutchman. 2 receivers to the top. Another I formation for Cody Kegerice. He's under center with an I formation. Behind him, Wilson to dot it. He runs off that right side. Wilson, good push from the Dutchman lineman. Gets across the 30-yard line. Right to left as we see it. A pickup of about 4 to get out to the 30-yard line. Third and 8 coming here for Lebanon Valley. The starters for Wilkes along the defensive line, Pat Rickey, Vinny Werner, Dane Tarantelli, Justin Trollinger. The linebackers, Michael Murphy, Lucas Wood, and Bud Moyer. The secondary, Najir Woods, Zach Weber, Andrew Chang, and Amari Peterson. Rolling to the near side. It's caught as Kegerice connects with Harner across the 40-yard line for another first down. A pickup of 13 yards to Dallas Arner. Kegerice 5 of 5 to start this game. He's completed every pass he's thrown, and now it's 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. I formation running to the left side is Wilson once again, and he's down around the 45, a pickup of 2. So Peterson in on the stop. They're going to give him 2 to the 45-yard line. Again, this is an LVC team that was 0 of 11 on 3rd down last week against Franklin and Marshall. Against a Wilkes defense that struggled to stop Hartwick and couldn't get off the field the last 7 minutes of the game. Get their offense the ball. 2 receivers to the top. Kegerice once again under center. Right to left, LVC moving with it. Again, it's Wilson. He's running off that right side. He's got a lot of space on the edge. Has a first down into Wilkes territory across the 40 before he tumbles out of bounds. They're going to give him the Wilkes 37-yard line. That's an 18-yard pickup. Good running there from Wilson, and now it's 1st and 10. LVC moving, 5:17 to go first quarter. They've got the ball right to left at the 37-yard line of Wilkes. Play action, looking. Kegerice has to run out with it. Now gets out to the right side, breaks a tackle, and he's tripped up as he gets close to the 30-yard line. Kegerice about 5 yards or so to the 32-yard line. Kegerice is a good quarterback. He's got a lot of speed. Seems to be tough to contain. 1 receiver near side, 1 at the top. I formation once again, tight end to left side. Kegerice back. He's looking to the out pattern. He's got his man. It's caught. And inside the 25-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot that there. An 8-yard pickup. Another first down for Lebanon Valley. First and 10 from just inside the 25-yard line. Fink, too much space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Fink from 25 yards out scores. And it is 13-0. Nick Benson to kick the extra point for Lebanon Valley. Hold down, kick up, and that one is through. So Bentz puts it through. Wilkes trails 14-0 to Lebanon Valley. 4:07 to play first quarter. This is not an unfamiliar territory for the Wilkes Colonels. They fell behind 14-0 to Hartwick last week before responding, getting a big touchdown, getting a stop on defense, getting another touchdown to tie things up just before the half. Long way to go for that. Wilkes had a good drive. They had the ball inside the Lebanon Valley 15-yard line, but wasted possession. Couldn't convert on a long fourth down, or a short fourth down. So now Wilkes has to try to find a way back down the field. So it's Cadis to the near side. It's Fink to the top for the Wilkes Colonels to return the kick left to right as we see it. They trail 14-0. 4:07 to go here in the first quarter. So Bentz has this ball lined up near side 35-yard line, near side hash. Right to left, LVC's kicking off. This one is end over end, and Cadis called for a fair catch inside the 5-yard line, so the ball will move out to the 20. And that's where Wilkes will take over. New rule this year. It gets moved actually to the 25-yard line. So it was a turnover on downs. Was their last possession, and now with 4:07 to go, first quarter, they get the ball at their own 25-yard line. Tabora, 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. Double tight end. So he's behind himself, empty gun. First and 10 from his own 25-yard line. Tabora gets the snap, looks to his left, throws it, and it's high and incomplete. It was intended for Stieber, but coming in to try to make a play there was Tyler Hodges, the senior linebacker. So Tabora connected on his first 3 passes. Second and 10 coming here. 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Shotgun once again. It's Kelvin Gonzalez in the gun with Tabora. He awaits the snap, and he's going to run with it. Straight quarterback keeper up the middle, tripped up as he crossed the 25, the line of scrimmage out to the 29-yard line. So they're going to give him, they'll give him 3 to the 28. And now Wilkes in trouble, 3rd and 7 to go from their own 28-yard line. Shift some players around. Seymour was out there. He goes back to the bench. They've got Yannick and Stieber near side, Nelson to the top. Jones is the tight end to the right side. Gonzalez next to Tabora. 4 down linemen for LVC, and that's all they'll rush. Tabora looking near side, doesn't have anybody yet. The pocket collapses. There goes Tabora. He's got a first down across the 35. Lost the ball, but Wilkes, I think, jumped on it. There's a flag as well. So we'll see as things get sorted out here. Tabora got the first down to the 40. The officials trying to sort out who has the football. As Tabora lost it, it looked like a Wilkes player jumped back on top of it, but we'll see. And it is Colonel's football, but there's a flag on the play. So we'll see what the call is here. It's a 12-yard pickup by Tabora. And there is no penalty. They're waving the flag off. So that's a big thing for Wilkes there. They got the first down. And now it's 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Ball on the far side hash. Under 3 minutes to play, first quarter. 14-0. Lebanon Valley in front. 2 receivers near side. And one at the top. Shotgun look. Tight end to the left side. Play action to Gonzalez. Now looking. Tabora going to load this one up. Has Stieber. Stieber catches it inside the 15. Down near the 10-yard line. The play action got Lebanon Valley to bite just enough, and they found Stieber streaking to the 12. 48 yards on the completion. So now into the red zone once again goes Wilkes. The ball's on the 17-yard line. Two to the top, one to the near side. Tabora gets the snap. Back he goes. He's looking, thinking about running with it. Gets away from one defender, and he's able to get out maybe to the 16-yard line. Trujillo in on the stop. Or are they going to say he didn't get anything there? Yeah, they got a yard. So 2nd and long 9 here. Stieber to the near side. Also Yannick to the near side. 2 receivers near side. Double tight to the left. Pistol look. Tabora, handoff. Gonzalez runs off the right side. Had an initial hole, maybe to the 10. And I think they're going to give him the 10, but it's only a pickup of about 2 on the play. Makes it 3rd and a long 7 here. Ball just outside of the 10-yard line for Wilkes, moving left to right. They went for it on 4th down the last time they were this close, and they couldn't get it. It's 3rd down here with 57 seconds to play in a quick-moving game. So Wilkes has 2 receivers to the top. Gonzalez and a pistol behind Tabora. He's got Lashinsky next to him. They're going to run a bit of an option look. It's a waggle to the outside. It's complete. Fighting for the end zone. They're close. And I think they're going to mark it down near the 1. Stieber on the catch, and the ball is at the 1-yard line. That's a 9-yard pickup to Stieber. Another 3rd down conversion for Wilkes there. And now an opportunity, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Power look. Double tight to the left side. I formation with Gonzalez. Now they make it double tight, but it's out to either side. Pitch. Gonzalez trying to get the edge. Gonzalez looking to get the edge. He has the corner. He's close. Touchdown Wilkes. Kelvin Gonzalez in for the score. A couple big 3rd down conversions on that drive for Wilkes, and they get into the end zone. Huge response for Wilkes on to kick the extra point. As it will be Nelson to hold, and it's DeSpirito that puts that one up, and it's good. So that's the end of the first quarter. Pretty entertaining so far. 14-7. Lebanon Valley leads Wilkes. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Network and on WilkesAthletics.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
So welcome back to Arnold Field. 14-7 the score. Lebanon Valley on top of Wilkes. You're listening to Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Network, on our live streaming YouTube channel. And of course on wilkesathletics.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. 14-7 after a nice looking drive from Wilkes ends in a Kelvin Gonzalez 1-yard run for the score. So Cutteroff has the ball on the 35-yard line to start the second quarter. He approaches, puts his boot to it. It's a high end-over-end kick taken by one of the upmen around the 29-yard line. Wilkes not even trying to mess with kicking it downfield to Tyre Diggs. And the ball will be brought out to the 35-yard line, and that's where LVC will take over. Two pretty good drives so far for them. 115 yards through the air for Kegerice. LVC running the ball well as well. So we'll see as LVC comes out. 1st and 10. I formation, 2 to the near side. Back, play action. It was a bit of a play action look with the fullback, but they ended up handing off to Wilson, and Wilson is hit right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. Ricky in on the stop for Wilkes. So they've got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. Fink, sidecar to Kegerice. Now he brings a man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff trying to get to the outside. Not much space for Diggs. Tyre Diggs out to the 40 as he tried to get the edge. They're going to try to get him the ball, I think, as much as they can as Diggs picks up 5 yards. And that brings up another 3rd down. LVC's been pretty good on those. 3 of 3 so far in this game. Ball on the 40-yard line. Left to right, the Dutchman with it. 2 receivers once again to the near side. It's a shotgun look with Fink next to Cody Kegerice. 1 receiver to top is Dallas Arner. Kegerice rolling, looking to the flat. Now trying to get the edge. Throws it short, and it is incomplete. Intended, I believe, for his tight end, Patrick Clark. First incompletion of the game for Kegerice, and LVC is going to have to punt away, so Wilkes gets a big stop defensively. Domovich will be the one to punt away, and it will be Cadis who stands at his own 20-yard line. So a huge win for Wilkes defensively here. So 4th and 5. 13:40 to go here in the second quarter. Wilkes showing some pressure up the middle. Domovich gets this one away. A bit of a wobbler. Cadis calls for a fair catch right at his 22-yard line. And that's where Wilkes will take over. Some scores from around the MAC. The other teams in action. Del Val 31-7 over UMass Dartmouth. They started at noon. That game at halftime. 21-0 FDU Florham on top of William Patterson. Albright facing nationally ranked UMHB, 20-0. Mary Hardin Baylor in front. Lyco and Widener are scoreless as they get towards the end of the first quarter. Stevenson plays Bridgewater later tonight. 7 o'clock, I think the kick is with that game. 2 to the top, 2 to the near side for Tabora. 1st and 10 from his own 21-yard line. He looks to the near side. It is complete on a slant route out to the 30. Good take there, as I think that was Andrew Seymour. So Seymour getting his first action. As they get out to the 31, that's a 10-yard pickup, so good start there for Tabora, who now is 77 yards passing. So Tabora under center, shotgun, pistol look behind him with a sidecar to his left, going to pitch it to the outside. I think that's Taragna who got destroyed as he tried to get to the edge. That's a great pursuit there from Wyatt McLeod, the defensive end. Looked like Tyler Lutz was in on the stop as well. Maybe a yard. The stick moved ever so slightly. So Wilkes taking over from their own 21-yard line. They have it out to the 31 right now. It's two receivers to the top. Another pistol look with Taragna behind Tabora. And Rossi's the fullback next to him. Play action. Back goes Taragna. Has some time. Steps up into the pocket. Has his man Stieber. Floats it high. Stieber, did he come down with it again? He did. Inside the 30-yard line at the 27. Stieber continues to impress. $42 yards on the completion. That's the second 40-plus yard pass that they've completed. So they hit Stieber, and now Wilkes with two receivers to the near side, two to the top. 1st and 10 shotgun. The ball at the 27-yard line. Tabora awaits the snap. Handoff. This is Taragna running off the right. That's a nice little draw play they've got there out inside the 25, near the 21-yard line. On the inside give, a 6-yard pickup. So Wilkes moving the ball well once again. Tabora, 6 of 7 for 114 yards already in this game. Two to the near side. Double tight, and they're actually going to split. I think that's Harrison out wide. So 3 receivers set. Shotgun once again. 2nd and 4 from the 21-yard line. Handoff to Taragna. Almost the same play, and Taragna pounds his way off that right side. He is close to the first down marker. We had to get to the 17-yard line. They're going to put him at the 18. So a pickup of 3. And now brings up 3rd down here for the Colonels. 3rd and 1. Ball on the 18-yard line. 10:37 to go. 14-7 they trail. 1 receiver near side, 1 to the top. Empty gun. They've got trips with the tight ends and a fullback to the left side for Tabora. In tight to the line. Got to think it's going to be a keeper. He's going to run it off the left side. Now tries to cut back up the field. Oh, somebody might have landed on him. Got to be careful here as he gets the first down marker near the 16-yard line. And Tabora's up, and he's okay. There is a Wilkes player down, though, and that looks like Brendan Boris. Boris, the freshman from Kiltmont, Pennsylvania. Tabora kind of jumped behind him, picked up the 2 yards he needed, but Boris is still down, and he's going to get looked at. So we're going to take a break here. 14-7 is the score. Wilkes trails Lebanon Valley. 10:19 to go, second quarter here on the John Mendola Network on YouTube Live and on WilkesAthletics.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
So welcome back to Arnold Field, where the score is Wilkes 7, Lebanon Valley 14, but Wilkes has a 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. They're moving the ball once again. And now the Colonels have a 1st and 10 from the 16, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top, moving right to left as we see it. Tabora, the shotgun, with Taragna next in. Back he goes. He looks to the left. Not some pressure from LVC. They didn't rush anybody, and it's complete over the middle. Inside the 15-yard line to Yannick. And he's taken down at the 12. Or excuse me, inside the 10, I should say, down at the 7-yard line. So that's a huge pickup. About 9 yards on the play. So Wilkes, 2nd and 1, ball on the 7. They need the 6. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side. Empty gun with a tight end to the right for Tabora. He waits, he looks, he's going to run with it up the middle, and he's swallowed up as he gets inside the 5. He has a first down for the Colonels, and it will be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Another 2-yard pickup there for Tabora. Had 63 yards. Rushing last week for Wilkes was the team high. He's already got the team high at 20 now for the Colonels, and they've got a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So the Colonels now, they break the huddle. Good drive here, 8:50 to go. First half, 14-7 they trail. I formation, 1 receiver to the top. Under center is Tabora. Play action, looking, rolling, has his fullback, and it's complete, and Rossi's into the end zone, touchdown. How about that? Matt Rossi spills out of the backfield, and he catches the 5-yard score. And just like last week, Wilkes comes back to tie a 14-0 game. So a 5-yard touchdown. That's Tabora's 4th touchdown pass of the season as DeSpirito puts this one through with 8:37 to play. 128 yards passing already. 8 of 9 for Jose Tabora with a touchdown. Stieber's got 4 catches for 92 yards. Rossi, his first catch of the season, is a 5-yard touchdown. And Wilkes ties it up against Lebanon Valley. Impressive stuff here from the Colonels. McCarthy Tire Service has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tires, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We're one of the top independent retail dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our centers. Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, or Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tires. Visit them online at mccarthytire.com. So it's Birch and Diggs back to receive for Lebanon Valley for the Dutchmen. They had to punt on their last possession. They stand at their own 15-yard line. Wilkes has done a pretty good job keeping the ball away from Tyre Diggs at a 96-yard kick return touchdown. This one they direct to Dre Birch, who picks it up at his own 6-yard line. He runs to the right side, follows his blockers, has a lane. Birch gets past the second level. He's tripped up across the 35. DeSpirito landed on top of him. The tackle was made for Wilkes by Anthony Washington. And now the Colonel defense will try to hold as the ball is placed at the 38-yard line for Lebanon Valley. Left to right as we see it with 8:31 to go here in the first half. Kevin Grabowski going to join John Mendola at halftime. We'll have that interview for you here, so stick around for that. The new head coach of Wilkes baseball. It's Kegerice under center. Fink behind him in the I. 1st and 10. Throws it out to the left side. It's complete to Wise. Wise, his 3rd catch of the game, gets out to the 45-yard line. So they're going to mark that, actually at the 44, a pickup of 6. Both teams moving the ball well. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Under center is Kegerice, almost lost it. Now hands it off to Fink, and Fink able to get the first down out near the midfield stripe here at Arnold Field. So they're going to give him 6 yards on the carry. So LVC connects there. So 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the near side. They've got a tight end to the near side as well in a wing right. I formation, 1st and 10 from the 50. Handoff running to the left side, trying to get the edge is Fink, and he is hit right in front of the Wilkes bench. Fumbled the ball, and it went out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 48, a pickup of 2. So now it's 2nd and 8. One receiver near side is Tyre Diggs. One receiver to the top is Wise. Another I formation. Play action. Rolling is Kegerice. Now he stands in the pocket, throws, has it complete to Wise inside the 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup. As Wise comes down with his 4th reception. Kegerice 8 of 9 for 132 yards and a touchdown. 2 receivers near side. I formation. Ball at the 37-yard line of Wilkes. LVC moving left to right. Wilkes with 4 down linemen. Kegerice play. It's a little bit of a draw to Fink. It was delayed, and the handoff able to get out across the 35 inside to the 34-yard line. So about a 3-yard pickup. Bud Moyer on the stop. 6:28 to go, tied at 14 here in the second quarter. 2nd and a long 7. One receiver to either side. Tight end near side. I formation with Fink that dots it once again with Kegerice under center. Back he goes. He's looking out to the left side. Has his man. It's complete just beyond the first down marker to the 27-yard line. So that one is complete for 7 yards and another first down. So another I formation for LVC. Back goes Kegerice, looking to his left. Now throws it towards the end zone, and it's almost intercepted and knocked down incomplete. Amari Peterson was in on the stop. He had that one defended well, got in front of the intended receiver, and the receiver could only play defensive back over top and try to knock it away. So good positioning there by Amari Peterson. 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. So he's got 2 receivers to the near side, Arner and Diggs, 1 to the top and Wise. Shotgun once again with Fink next to him on the right. Now it's going to be a straight quarterback draw off to the left side. Hit close to the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard, but Kegerice thrown backwards. Good penetration from the Wilkes defense there. I say Peterson on the stop. So a pickup. No, they're going to say he didn't gain anything. No gain on the play there for Kegerice. He couldn't get off the line there. I think it was Peterson and Moyer on the stop once again for the Colonels. So now a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun, 2 sidecars. And it's going to be Kegerice on the quarterback, keeper on the draw. Now trying to get the edge. He does. Can he get to the 20? He's knocked down. He's going to be well short. Maybe the 21-yard line. Now they're going to put him at the 23. So that's a pickup of about 5 for Kegerice. And LVC is short, so the Dutchman will have to try to kick here. This is about to be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Bentz. Did not attempt anything last week. The junior from Reading. 40 yards, ball on the near side hash. Left to right for LVC. Here's the snap. It's good. The hold's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Bentz connects on a 40-yard field goal. And that makes it 17-14. Back and forth contest between Lebanon Valley and Wilkes here on the John Mendola Show Network. Also on WilkesAthletics.com. Both these teams in the MAC, but this is a non-conference game with Alvernia joining the MAC last week. By the way, shout out to Alvernia getting their first win last week. Nothing like getting that right out of the way. So Lebanon Valley will kick off. Bentz to get rid of it. Ball on the far side at the 35. 4:36 to go, second quarter. Fink and Cadis back to receive for Wilkes. The Dutchman waiting for the signal from the officials here. Little overcast, a little chilly out there. Some rain expected later in the afternoon. There was about a 50% chance or so, according to the weather prognosticators. Bentz approaches the ball, puts his right foot to it. It's a high end-over-end kick. Cadis going to call for a fair catch as it bounces over his head into the end zone. He called for a fair catch, and now the officials, they'll make him kneel it in the end zone, so it will be a touchback out to the 25. So Wilkes takes over. They have all 3 timeouts from their own 25-yard line with 4:36 to go. So 21-0, the score. FDU on top of William Patterson. Mary Hardin-Baylor, 27-0 over Albright. 10:06 to go, second quarter. 7-all between Widener and Lyco. It was 31-7 DV at halftime. Up at UMass Dartmouth. Shotgun for Wilkes, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the top. Play action. Tabora looking to roll under some duress. Gets away from the defender. Now loads it up and throws it near side to no one in particular. Now, is that grounding? Did it get out of the tackle box? The officials, I don't know. They're going to talk about it. Tabora had a defender in his face. He spun away from him. And I guess they're going to say he got out of the tackle box. Yep, the quarterback was out of the tackle box, according to the officials. Adam Wagaman was the one providing the pressure for LVC, but Tabora got away and just threw it out to no one in particular. Shotgun once again, 2 receivers to the top, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. This is Gonzalez. He does not have much space to work with, maybe a yard. That's going to bring up a 3rd down once again for Wilkes here, their 5th of the game. 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the top. Shotgun once again. It's Gonzalez next to Tabora. 3:54 to go, second quarter. 3 down linemen for LVC. Tabora getting some instructions in, gets the snap. Back he goes. Some pressure off the left side. Stands in the pocket, throws it across the middle. It's Yannick. 1st down across the 35, and he runs out of bounds in front of the Dutchman bench near the 40-yard line. That's a 15-yard pickup on the crossing route by Yannick. So Nick Yannick helps Wilkes grab another 3rd down conversion out to the 41-yard line. Big pickup there for the Colonels. And they've got 1st and 10, 3:27 to go, second quarter. They trail 17-14. Ball on the near side hash, moving right to left. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the top. Tabora once again out of the gun. Just token pressure from LVC. Stepping up in the pocket is Tabora. Nowhere to go. He's wrapped up. No, he got away. Tabora gets away from the pressure. Makes another man miss in the backfield. Jose Tabora on the run inside the 50-yard line and dances out of bounds in LVC territory. A huge conversion there from Jose Tabora. He was dead to rights in the backfield, spun out of a tackle, and turned it into an 18-yard pickup. What a huge conversion for Jose Tabora. Stepped into the pocket, spun out of 1 tackle, ran to the outside, made another man miss, then got the edge and got a 1st down into Lebanon Valley territory at the 41. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Tight end to the right. In a wing, that's Harrison. They bring him in motion to the left side, and it's going to be a handoff to Gonzalez, runs it up the middle. Ooh, he's hit hard as he crosses the 40. In on the stop was Zachary Adams. Came from his safety position to make that play. A pickup of 3. 7 yards on 4 carries for Gonzalez. Wilkes working the clock. They still have all 3 timeouts. 2nd and 7 from the 38. 2:06 and change as it continues to roll. Now 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 1 to the near side, 2 to the top. Shotgun once again for Tabora. Nelson is the man near side. They bring Yannick in motion. They're going to hand it off to Yannick. Yannick makes one man miss in the backfield. Now just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Yannick stretched out. Great job by the Dutchman to string that play out, and Yannick has to go out of bounds. He loses a couple. Back to the 40. That was well scouted by Lebanon Valley. They saw that one coming. Yannick just didn't have any space. Lebanon Valley, good pursuit on the edge, and they force him out of bounds. So now it's 3rd and 9. Another 3rd down coming up here for Wilkes. They are 4 of 5. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Shotgun once again. Ball on the 40-yard line. Back goes Tabora. Pressure, throws it short to Yannick. Able to drop that one off. A little razzle-dazzle for Wilkes. Trying to get the first down, and they've got it. It was pitched backwards on the catch by Yannick to Jason Wiley. And Wiley comes up with a first down. Wilkes doing everything they can to keep this drive going. So Yannick caught it at around the 37, and then he pitched it to Wiley. So now it's 1st and 10 for Wilkes. 1:37 to go. Ball just outside the 30-yard line, moving right to left. Back goes Tabora, steps up into the pocket, now throws it short to the right side. It's complete to Wiley again, and he's hit, and then a flag comes out. 2 flags come out as he's knocked out near the sideline. And Coach Drock instructing his players to kind of back off as that hit happened right on the sideline. The official's going to talk about it. As it stands, Wiley should have about a 4-yard pickup. And here we'll get the call from the officials. Ooh, a personal foul against Lebanon Valley. A late hit called on Anthony Jenkins. And that moves Wilkes inside the 20. They're going to put the ball half the distance. So they're going to say about 13 yards or so forward, we'll call it. That's the first penalty of the game. And it's an automatic first down for Wilkes. 17-14 the score. They trail. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. So here's the snap. Rolling is Tabora. Looks, floats it towards the end zone, has his man, but it's a little long and it's incomplete. So they couldn't connect there. Clock stops. 1:25 to go. 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line for Wilkes. They trail 17-14. Shotgun. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. They bring a man in motion. It's Deem. Tabora, pressure coming up the middle. Wilkes trying to pick it up. Now Tabora has to roll to his right, throws it short, and it's incomplete. Intended for Yannick. Had a guy on his back in coverage. And now that will bring up another 3rd down for Wilkes here. They've done a great job in this game converting on them. 1:20 to go. 17-14. One receiver to the top, 2 to the near side. Shotgun once again. Tabora and Gonzalez out of the gun. 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Back goes Tabora, token pressure, steps up, throws it near side. It's complete to Stieber, trying to get away from pressure, and he leans forward. He might have a first down if he stayed in bounds. I think they're going to mark him just shy of the 5-yard line at the 6. Ball right on the 6, so it's 4th and 1. So 17-14. 4th and 1 coming up. Wilkes 0 for 1 already on 4th downs today. And they're going to go for it. 52 seconds to play here. Second quarter, they trail 17-14. It's an I formation. Gonzalez dots it. Stieber the deep man, and we have a timeout. LVC wants to talk about things. We'll take a break with them as well. 17-14, they lead Wilkes. Big 4th down coming. 43 seconds to play in the first half. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and on WilkesAthletics.com.
You craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
Welcome back to Arnold Field, 17-14. It's Lebanon Valley in front of Wilkes. It's Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Show Network, and on WilkesAthletics.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. Big 4th down coming here for the Colonels. Can they try to punch it in? They're from the 6. They just need a yard for a first down. They still have, they've used the timeout, so they have 2 timeouts remaining. I formation, Gonzalez dots it. They bring Stieber, the deep man, in motion, and it's going to be play action, rolling. Tabora floats it to the end zone. No one's there, and there's no flags, and it's incomplete. LVC holds, and the Dutchmen escape unscathed once again. Not sure if Wilkes might have been trying to get someone to the left corner and they got caught up in traffic or what the deal is. But they couldn't connect on anything, and there's 37 seconds left to go in the half. And LVC takes over from their own 6-yard line, 1st and 10. They've got 2 receivers, 1 to either side. It's an I formation behind Kegerice. 37 seconds to play. Handoff, Fink trying to squirt through the middle, and Moyer hit him initially. He's able to bounce away, get out near the 10-yard line. A pickup of around 4 on the play. So Wilkes gets the ball to start the second half. And LVC, they don't have to run another play. The game clock is well inside of the play clock. 4 seconds left. They haven't even started the play clock, so LVC is going to stay out there, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Entertaining game, was 14-0. Lebanon Valley in front. Wilkes comes back to tie it. Lebanon Valley adds a field goal to put themselves back out in front. But it's 17-14, the Dutchmen in front of Wilkes here at halftime from Arnold Field. When we come back, we'll have an interview with the head coach of the baseball team for Wilkes, Kevin Grabowski, making his return to Wilkes University. The former major leaguer John Mendola got a chance to sit down with him earlier this week. We'll have that interview for you on the way. We will also have halftime statistics, first half analysis, and all that fun stuff. 17-14 the score. Lebanon Valley leads Wilkes. It's halftime here. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and on Wilkes University or WilkesAthletics.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
Kevin Grabowski joined us here on the John Mendola Show, the new Wilkes University baseball coach. And Kevin, what's that sound like to you? I'm sure it was a lengthy process in your own mind, saying, do I want to take this step in my life? And here we are. You did it.
Yeah, everybody was asking me, why Wilkes? Why come back to Wilkes? And I just said, why not? I think it's a great opportunity to come back and to give back to the university and give back to the city. And I'm looking forward to getting started and getting the ball rolling.
You get out of northeastern Pennsylvania for a good portion of your career. You traveled all over playing baseball. Of course, found yourself in Atlanta for a long time there, and then you kind of settled out in western PA. So talk a little bit about some of the stops along the way for you.
Yeah, coming up with the Seattle Mariners, I spent 6 years in the minor leagues there, and then I got traded over to Atlanta. Spent 4.5 years in Atlanta before getting traded to Texas, and then I was in Texas for half a year. Ended up in Washington for a year, then Pittsburgh for a year, and finished my career up in San Francisco. Ended up having shoulder surgery in 2009, so it kind of derailed my career there, and my comeback was stopped, pretty quick with the shoulder surgery. Then I got into coaching. I really enjoyed coaching kids. I've been coaching AAU sports and travel sports, and now the last few years I've been coaching high school. So I also had a stint for 1 year coaching pro ball with the Washington Wild Things. So I really enjoyed giving back to the kids and to the students everything that I've been taught over the years by some of my former coaches and some of my former players and teammates.
Your story playing at Wilkes is a rare story. Not many guys will ever get to the level that you got to. Talk about being able to relate to kids and say, hey, here's my story, I did it. If that's what a kid wants to do. The bottom line is they're there to get an education and play some very competitive Division III baseball, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah, I think my story sits well with everybody. I was drafted my junior year by the Cincinnati Reds, and I turned them down. I promised my parents that I wanted to get my degree, and I knew I was less than 30 credits short of graduating, and so I wanted to fulfill my dream of getting my degree. And I tell these kids now in college that I've been in your shoes. I've seen it all and done it all, and it really doesn't matter at what level you play, whether it's Division I, Division II, or Division III, or even a junior college. If you're successful and you're doing well, you're going to be seen. So that's my word to a lot of these recruits. It doesn't matter where you play. If you're putting up the numbers and you're doing well, you're going to be seen.
How much time have you put into kind of looking around the Freedom Conference right now? And it's still very early. You're just recently hired, but said, okay, this is what is going on with some of these programs, and they're having some success over here, and they're having some success down here. But you got a very successful program right in your backyard in Misericordia University.
Yeah, if you look at the MAC, Misery has been dominating for the last few years, and I'm just looking to try to compete with those guys. It seems like they're the top of the food chain there, and everybody's kind of pecking at them. And my goal is to get up to that level. And it might take a few years to get to that level, but I'm looking forward to the competition. Looking forward to competing against those guys and then the other schools. I know there's quite a few head coaching changes in the conference, so there's I think 3 or 4 of us that are kind of getting our feet wet too in the conference. So I think we're all going to be in the same boat, kind of chasing the same couple teams.
Talking to recruits on a daily basis, talk about what that's like and having those conversations. And boy, you might have 100 conversations, but you might only bring in 15 guys, and I'm sure it's hundreds of conversations to be more accurate. But tell us a little bit what it's like to talk to parents or talk to recruits.
Yeah, I mean, since I started last week, I've been on the phone every night with recruits. Try to hit 4 or 5 every night. That's the key. The key is to bring the kids into the university. Give them a tour of the campus. The campus has really changed since I've been there. Dr. Leahy has done a great job, building up the facility, and the campus is looking tremendous. We're going to have a lot of improvements on the athletic side starting next year with the different complexes, and that's a big stepping stone, and trying to convince these kids to come to Wilkes is the athletic side and also the academic side. We talked about, I'm 100% academic, so we're going to school there to learn and to educate ourselves. Baseball is kind of secondary. I enjoy teaching these student athletes, and I'm looking forward to getting started.
Let's talk about your vision with the program as far as work ethic, what you did back in the day when you were at the program at Wilkes, and just being able to relate to kids nowadays and what their work ethic is like. And some coaches will say, hey, kids haven't changed. Other coaches will say kids have changed. So how do you feel like, again, you have a lot of coaching in your background with high school kids and stuff like that. How do you feel like you're going to be able to reach these 18 to 22-year-olds?
Well, I think the biggest thing today in today's society is too many kids and too many people think they're entitled to stuff, and they think just because they step on a college campus or they were one of the best players on their high school team, they're going to walk onto a college campus and they're going to be the starter. But these kids have got to understand that they have to put the time in, not only on the field, but in the weight room, in the classroom, and they got to put the extra time in the cage and throwing on their own. So that's very important for them to, get acclimated to that lifestyle. I think, social media and the different technologies today has made some kids lazy, and they don't want to get out and work as much and put the time in as I know I did as a kid. Going outside and playing, stickball and pick up baseball and pick up basketball with my friends all the time. And I just think the kids need to understand that that's where they need to get to, and they got to put the time in to get to that level.
Kevin, always great to catch up with you. I'm sure we're going to catch up again with you in the spring. A lot to look forward to at Wilkes University. Congratulations, and it looks like it's going to be a bright future with you at the helm. So we wish you the very best.
Thank you, John.
All right, thanks to Kevin Grabowski joining John Mendola, the John Mendola Show. Talking about Wilkes baseball, excited to get his tenure underway as the Colonels take the diamond later, of course, in the scholastic year, early 2019. 17-14 is the score. It's Lebanon Valley on top of Wilkes. We'll have some stats from halftime, some analysis from what we saw on the way in just a few minutes. Stick around. It's halftime here. You're listening to Wilkes football on the John Mendola Show Network and on WilkesAthletics.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol & Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol & Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol & Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
So we return to Arnold Field. It's halftime here. The Wilkes football team trails 17-14 here in the second week of college football in Division III. I'm Tom Ferguson. Thanks for joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network and on WilkesAthletics.com. A couple things to tell you about, at least as far as halftime is concerned. As you can guess by the score, 17-14. This has been a pretty evenly matched game. Lebanon Valley really bossed the early couple minutes, especially on their first two drives. Really did not seem to struggle moving the ball down the field. They were able to get in the end zone on a 46-yard touchdown pass. Cody Kegerice to Tyer Diggs, and then it was Ryan Fink 8 minutes later on a 24-yard run. Was 14-0, and it seemed like the game, much like last week, was starting to get away from the Colonels. But it should be said, sandwiched in between those two scoring possessions for Lebanon Valley, Wilkes had a possession thanks to a nice kickoff return that got them deep into Lebanon Valley territory. They had a possession able to get inside the 10-yard line, really, and they couldn't convert on a fourth down and had to be turned away. Lebanon Valley up 14-0. Wilkes goes right down the field, scores on a 1-yard run by Kelvin Gonzalez to half that lead at 14-7 just as the first quarter comes to an end. So a nice solid 4-minute drive there from the Colonels. They're able to turn out a punt on the next possession against LVC. They get the ball back, and they go right down the field, and they score with 8 minutes to play with a 5-yard touchdown pass. Tabora to the fullback, Rossi, and Wilkes is right back into the game. It was about a 5-minute drive or so. Very impressive from the Colonels, starting from their own 21-yard line. And then it was LVC going down the field and scoring on a 40-yard field goal as the Wilkes defense held. Wilkes had the ball again. They started from their own 25 with 4 minutes and 36 seconds, and they got all the way pretty much inside to the 5-yard line against Lebanon Valley, but they could not convert once again as they got into the red zone. They were turned away. Lebanon Valley got the ball, and they finished out the half with it, and that's where we stand right now at 17-14. So Wilkes is outgaining Lebanon Valley, which is not something I think a lot of people thought they'd hear so far in this game. 237 yards total of offense, 183 yards passing, 54 yards rushing. Lebanon Valley doing a good job on the ground, 96 yards rushing. They've got 120 yards passing with Cody Kegerice. He's 9 of 11, 120 yards and a touchdown. Tabora, 13 of 19, 183 yards and a touchdown as well for Wilkes. Ryan Fink leads everybody, 6 carries, 41 yards and a score. Hunter Wilson, 5 carries for 22 yards. Jose Tabora, 5 carries for 36 yards to lead Wilkes. Wilkes has done well in time of possession. They lead that at 15:58. Don't forget, they get the ball back to start the second half, so they can add to that. They're 5 of 7 on third downs, which is huge, but they are 0 for 2 on fourth down conversions and 2 for 4 in the red zone. Every Wilkes possession has ended in either a touchdown or a turnover on downs, but inside the 10-yard line. Every Wilkes possession has gone inside the 10. So we'll see if the Colonels can continue that trend. They've been moving the ball well offensively. Can they do that? And can they get a couple stops? Wilkes has yet to turn the ball over this season. No interceptions thrown, no fumbles, anything like that. There has to be something coming soon. They haven't forced any either. Are they going to get that interception? Are they going to get a big fumble defensively that's going to kind of give them a boost? That's what I think Wilkes is searching for right now, looking for that bit of a difference. they can kind of make a difference in this game. 17-14 the score. It's Lebanon Valley College out in front. Don't forget Wilkes on the road next week against nationally ranked Delaware Valley. We'll have that game for you from Doylestown right here at the John Mendola Show Network and on WilkesAthletics.com. About a 1 o'clock kick from down in Doylestown. Speaking of which, 45-7 Delaware Valley on top of UMass Dartmouth. That game up at UMass Dartmouth. Halftime elsewhere, 24-0. It's FDU Florham on top of William Patterson. University of Mary Hardin Baylor leads 51-0 over Albright. Mary Hardin Baylor, one of the top teams ranked in Division III. And they've got a 51-0 lead on Albright. And Lycoming with a 20-7 lead over Widener. That game just went to half as well. So we're keeping an eye on those games. And as I mentioned towards the top, remember, this is not a conference game. With the addition of Alvernia to the MAC conference this past year, that pushes it to 11 teams. And in these next couple years, as they kind of get Alvernia accustomed to everything, they're allowing, it's only going to be 8 conference games, but they're allowing teams to schedule one of their 2 non-conference games against conference opponents for the next 2 years because those schedules had already kind of been set. So that's why Lebanon Valley here is a non-conference matchup between 2 conference teams. So this does not count towards the MAC standings. This does, however, count, of course, towards their overall records between these 2 teams. Not surprisingly, I'm sure both coaching staffs had a lot to talk about. Neither team has made their way back out onto the field as we're coming towards the end of halftime here. Again, the score 17-14. It's Lebanon Valley in front. Wilkes gets the ball. I think the key for the Colonels is if they can continue to stay poised. Things are going to get a little tight, obviously. It's going to get a little tougher for them to have to try to deal with. But if they can stay poised, stay together, try to find a couple of those big plays that they've been searching for, they might have an opportunity to win this thing on the road. But it's going to come down to getting some defensive stops as well. Cody Kegerice has not really been bothered yet. Wilkes has gotten to force a punt once or twice, but they need better defensive possessions. They can't just allow LVC to boss them up and down the field and get whatever they want. So the defense has to step up a little bit. The offense has to continue to play well, continue to just kind of grind it out, continue to convert. 5 of 7 on 3rd down is fantastic for this Wilkes squad. So we'll see if they can continue that. Halftime coming to a close here as Wilkes makes their way out. Lebanon Valley on their way out as well. We'll have more for you here from Arnold Field. The second half on the way. It's Wilkes football on the John Mendola Show Network and on WilkesAthletics.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol & Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol & Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol & Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoch for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoch State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoch State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
Welcome back to Arnold Field as we get ready for second half action between Wilkes and Lebanon Valley here on the John Mendola Show Network and also at WilkesAthletics.com. You can catch up on everything going on at WilkesAthletics.com as the second week really of the fall sports season underway. All the teams in action now had their first games this past week. But the football team in search of their first win of the 2018 season. This has been a pretty lopsided rivalry as of late. This is probably the best game it's had in quite some time. The last time Wilkes defeated Lebanon Valley was a 35-28 win in overtime here at Arnold Field, but that was in 2010. Wilkes has not had much luck since then. They got shut out 36-0 last year at home. Lost 49-0 a couple years ago. It was one of the more dominating performances in Lebanon Valley's history. So Wilkes just in need of a good performance, and they're getting it so far, but can they make that magic happen again for the second half? So it's Bentz to kick off. The ball's on the far side of the 35-yard line. It's going to be Wilkes moving right to left as we see it here from Arnold Field. Still overcast, and somebody knock on wood, we haven't seen any rain yet. Cadis and Fink back to receive. So both these teams want to use the beginning of this third quarter for some momentum, as this has been a tightly contested affair. Bentz puts his foot to this one, end over end kick, and it's going to be fair caught by Cadis backing up into his own end zone. So Cadis catches that one as he falls away, and it will be a 25-yard line start here for Wilkes. The beginning of the third quarter. So Tabora, 13-19, 183 yards and a touchdown. And he's got a receiver to the near side. He's got two to the top as he comes out. Lashinsky is the fullback next to him. He's got Taragna to his left. Double sidecar. Out of the shotgun. Three receivers set as well for Wilkes. Some pressure shown from LVC up the middle. They back off for now to the linebackers. Tabora gets it. Here comes that pressure, throws it. It's going to be way too high, intended for Nelson and incomplete. A little high on that one, makes it 2nd and 10. Nelson was pretty busy in the first game, but he has not caught anything thrown his way yet. He's had a couple passes intended for him, but they have been relatively uncatchable. That one was way too high. So Justin Deem is going to line up, tight end to the left side out of the shotgun here. Two to the top. One to the near side. Now they put Taragna out to the top, so now it's trips to the top of the formation. Back goes Tabora. Pressure right up the middle. Hit as he tried to escape that pressure. Ran into his own guy, Vincent Rogers, and then he's taken down. Tyler Lutz on the stop, a loss of 2 on the play. So that gives Tabora now 34 yards rushing. So they've got a receiver to the near side. They've got two to the top. Stieber and Yannick are the receivers. Near side, it's Nelson. Tabora shotgun with Taragna next to him. Trying to point out the coverage here. Gets the snap. Back he goes. Pressure up the middle. Has to flush himself out. Throws it to the outside. It's dropped. Stieber, who has made catch after catch so far this year, can't hang on to that one, and it's incomplete. That's tough. You throw it to the guy you know can catch it, but it was a little low, a little to the left, and Stieber couldn't hang on. Forces a 4th down, and for the first time this afternoon, Wilkes will punt. So I think that's Jared Cramp, who's back to receive. He stands inside his own 45-yard line. Despirito to get this one away. High, spiraling punt. Nice kick. The wind kind of carries it inside the 40-yard line. Got a good wind behind it, and it goes out of bounds. So LVC will take over for their first possession of the half. So I formation, 2 receivers to the top for Cody Kegerice. Play action, rolling. Doesn't really have anybody yet. Looking downfield, now launches this one downfield for his intended receiver, Wise. Fink was with him step for step. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on that one. Kegarise now 9 of 12. So that was a missed opportunity for Wilkes. It was their first 3 and out of the game. And now 2nd and 10. Lebanon Valley trying to take advantage. 2 receivers to the near side. Wise and Diggs. They're going to hand off to Fink running off the right side. He runs into a defender, backs his way across the 40 before he's knocked down around the 42. Nice hard run for 5 yards. So Fink with 46 yards rushing now. 3rd and 5 from the 42-yard line. The ball is on the near side hash, and Fink is coming out of the game. So they'll run Hunter Wilson, the junior from Marysville, out there. Kegarise, a sophomore from Manheim, Pennsylvania, had a touchdown last week. Throwing and a touchdown running. Shotgun, 2 receivers near side, one at the top. Kegarise running with it off that right side, gets a good block on the edge, has a first down as he crosses the 50 into Wilkes territory and down inside the 45. Good looking run there. 15-yard pickup to the Wilkes 47-yard line. So 15 yards on the run there for Kegarise. And he's got 32 yards rushing now. I formation. Double tight. 1 receiver to the top is Wise. They're going to throw it out to Wise on that left side, and he tries to get away. It's a good open field tackle, though, from Wilkes. And on the stop was Fink. Or excuse me, that wasn't Fink. That wasn't Fink on the stop. It was actually Michael Murphy that was the one that was out there. The linebacker ran out there to make a play. So 2nd and 9 on the 1-yard completion to Wise. Kegarise, handoff, trying to run off the left side, tripped and knocked down. Amari Peterson on the stop as that was Salerno. Maybe a yard. So 3rd and 8 coming up here for Lebanon Valley. They've got 2 receivers to the near side. Dallas Arner's the receiver to the top. 3 receivers. Back goes Kegarise. He rolls to his right. He's looking to the corner. Now looking downfield. He's hit, and he's brought down for a sack. In on the stop, Pat Rickey. And he knocks him backwards for a 5-yard loss. So Pat Rickey with a sack. The first of the game for Wilkes. That's the first tackle for loss for Wilkes, I believe, and that will force Lebanon Valley to punt away. So 4th and 13 for Lebanon Valley. Domovich stands at his own 40. He waits for the snap. He gets it. This one he gets away. It's a bit of an end-over-end kick slowly. Cadis going to take this at his own 10. Ball comes free. It's picked up by Wilkes, and they're in worse position because Peterson grabbed it around the 7-yard line. So that could have been bad for Wilkes, but it doesn't get much better for them afterwards because now they're at the 7-yard line with their second possession of the half with 10:38 to go. So Wilkes has to take over from the 7, their second possession. So both teams trade punts to start the 3rd quarter. 10:38 to go. Here in the 3rd, shotgun, Tabora. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. And it's going to be an inside give, and it's an explosion right up the middle as it's Wiley getting out near the 17-yard line. And it's a first down. So Wiley didn't get a ton of time in the first game, getting a lot now, and he had a first down out to the 17-yard line. A pickup of 10. 10:18 to go, third quarter. Double sidecar for Tabora out of the shotgun. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side, and receivers. Tabora inside give. He's going to actually hand it. He's going to keep it, I should say. Wiley able to block for him off the edge as Tabora's hit as he crosses the 20-yard line, close to the 22. They're going to move that ball out to the 23, a pickup of 6. So it will be 2nd and 4. 9:40 to go. 2 receivers to the near side. It's Yannick in the slot, Stieber the deep man. To the top, it's Nelson. Tabora, shotgun. I think that's Wiley next to him to his right. Gets the snap, back he goes. He looks to his right, doesn't have a lot of time. Now has to get out of the pocket once again. Tabora's hit as he gets close to the 30-yard line. Should have another first down. A gain of around 6 on the play. Now Tabora is gaining some yards on the ground, but a lot of this is coming because the pocket is collapsing around him. I don't know that these are the kind of yards that Wilkes wants him to rack up. These are some hits they don't necessarily want him to have to take. 9 minutes to go here. 17-14, the Dutchmen lead the Colonels. Another first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Shotgun once again. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top for Tabora. Gets the snap. Inside give. Nope, he's going to keep it on the option. Now tries to spin away from a tackler, and he gets across the 30. Maybe a pickup of 3 out to the 32-yard line. So a couple designed runs there for Tabora. And he gets out to the 32. Lutz on the stop. Justin Deem running onto the field for Wilkes here. Stieber already out there. 2nd and 7 coming. Stieber, near side. In the slot alongside him is Jalen Ragsdale. 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Empty gun for Tabora. Looking to dump it, dumps it low to Deem. Deem catches it on a little bit of a tight end screen. He's got a first down across the 40, out near the 42. So they're going to mark that as about an 11-yard pickup to Deem. So Tabora up to 194 yards passing in this game. Justin Deem, his 2nd catch of the game. 2 catches for 14 yards, out to the 43 for Wilkes. 7:33 to go. Another good drive here. That's the third down pickup they've got, or the first down, I should say, they've grabbed. Another shotgun. They bring a man in motion. They pitch it, and running is Nelson trying to get the edge. He's got a couple blockers, gets across the 45 before he's swallowed up near the 47-yard line. Nice stop there. Nelson gets out to the 47. Or the 48, excuse me. That's a gain of 5 for Nelson. So Nelson picks up 5. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tight end is Harrison. He's wing right. Tabora out of the shotgun, gonna hang on to it after faking it to Wiley. A helmet comes flying off, I think from Marcin Cabbage as Tabora crosses midfield. The center. So he's gonna have to step out. So Marcin Cabbage lost his helmet. Looks like Keith Allen's gonna step in. So Tabora from the 48 gets to, it's about a gain of 4, it looks like. Makes it 3rd and 3, or 3rd and a long one here from the 48-yard line of Lebanon Valley. Another shotgun for Tabora. Pressure coming from Lebanon Valley. He rolls out to his right, has his man. It's complete to Stieber. First down, inside the 40. Stieber tiptoeing the sideline, inside the 35, and down at the 32. Or excuse me, was that Yannick? So a nice looking play there. That actually might have been Yannick that made that catch. A 16-yard pickup. Wilkes converts on third down, another first down pickup, and now they've got 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Shotgun again, 2 to the near side, 2 to the top. Handoff is Gonzalez, and he'll try to get to the 30. He's got about a 2-yard pickup. Or Wiley, excuse me, on the carry. So they've been using Wiley a lot more in this game. 2 carries for 12 yards. Yannick and Nelson out there, Wiley out there. Wilkes using a little more receivers this week. Jacob Katz is out there as well. 2 to the near side, 2 to the top. Play action, Tabora, and he lost it as he was hit in the backfield, and Wilkes fumbles it, and Lebanon Valley recovers. Jacob Whitfield, the senior from York, is the one to hop on top of it. And Wilkes turns the ball over, their first turnover of the season. At a bad time where they had a good drive going. And now that gives Lebanon Valley the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line, 4:57 to go, third quarter. What can the offense do here after the defense picked them up? The handoff, Fink, left side, and he breaks a few tackles, and it looks like he has a first down out near the 44-yard line. And they're going to give him a first down. So a 10-yard pickup there for Fink. Chang was in on the stop there for Wilkes. I formation, handoff, Fink running off the right side this time, and he's swallowed up by Wilkes after a gain of maybe 1. John Bender, the junior from Elizabethtown, getting some action here. He gets the stop. Wilkes going to rotate a lot with their linemen. A gain of about 1 on that play, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Another I formation, 2 to the near side. And that ball is fumbled, and it's picked up by Wilkes' Amari. Peterson jumps on top of it. It looked like Kegerice went to hand it off to Fink, and as he did, the ball slipped out, and Fink couldn't hang on to it, and Wilkes recovers at the LVC 46-yard line. So 3:58 to go, third quarter. Both teams traded punts. Now they trade fumbles. And Wilkes takes over at the Lebanon Valley 46-yard line. So let's try it again. Gonzalez this time stands next to Tabora. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Here's the snap. Play action. Tabora goes back, looking. And Tabora trying to run away. It calls for a hold from the LVC crowd right in front of me. They might be right about that. And Tabora gets some yards, and he gets a talking to from the official. One of the officials, not sure if Tabora, a little pumped up coming off there. A 5-yard pickup on the play. It looked like coming off the edge there was Austin McGuire, and I think that's where the hold occurred. So Stieber's the man to the top. It's Yannick near side, Nelson, or Yannick in the slot. Nelson is the near side man. Tight end wing right. Shotgun once again. Tabora Inside give to Gonzalez, follows his lineman across the line of scrimmage. He's close to the first down marker. He needs the 36, and they're going to say he's got it. So a pickup of 5 for Gonzalez. To the 36-yard line. Harrison was the tight end in. He'll check out. And they'll bring Jordan Jones in. And he'll bring the play to Jose Tabora and company. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. This game has been pretty quick moving. 17-14, Lebanon Valley in front. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side once again. Another shotgun look. This time it's wing right with the tight end. That's Jones. Tabora waits for the snap. Pressure coming off the edge. Going to be a handoff to Gonzalez, who runs right into that pressure. He's wrapped up and thrown backwards for a 3-yard loss. Tyler Lutz on the stop. Jacob Whitfield combining with him to throw back Gonzalez for the 3-yard loss. Lutz was right there and now makes it 2nd and 13. Coming here for Wilkes. So they've got 2 receivers to the top and 2 to the near side. Actually, it's 1 receiver to the near side. It's Harrison. They've got a tight end, I think Justin Deem, to the left. So single tight shotgun. Tabora rolling to his right. Now looking downfield. Has a man in the flat. It's caught. Crossing the 30. Lowering his head. Getting close to the first down marker. About a yard shy. And another flag comes out. That's Jalen Ragsdale in the catch. And we'll sort out the play here. So the officials going to talk things over here. And they're going to mark the ball, it looks like at the 32, I think. But we'll see when they sort out the flags. I think this is going to go against Lebanon Valley. Personal foul. Personal foul called against Jacob Whitfield. Or, no, excuse me, not on Jacob Whitfield. They called that one on Austin McGuire. So from the 27 to the 14-yard line we go on the penalty. That was about a 17-yard pickup to Ragsdale. Shotgun formation. Back goes Tabora under some duress. Steps up into the pocket. Has his man in the corner. It's Nelson, and it's a touchdown. The Colonels score, and they have their first lead of the season. Tabora escaped the pressure in the pocket, stepped up, and threw a strike to Nelson in the corner. His first catch of the game, and it's a touchdown. DeSpirito, easy, puts it through. 21-17. Wilkes in front. .240 yards passing for Jose Tabora in this game, and Wilkes leads 21-17 with 1:31 to go in the third quarter. State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location, 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm. So Wilkes gets a touchdown after trading fumbles with Lebanon Valley, and now it's 21-17 with 1:31 to go in the third quarter. Their first lead of the 2018 season. DeSpirito has the ball to the near side. On the near side hash. Birch along with Diggs back to receive. A little pooch kick. This one up in the air, taken by one of the up men around the 40-yard line. LVC is going to get great field position out near the 48. So Wilkes is just really okay with giving LVC short fields to stay away from kicking deep to Tyre Diggs. He has 2 catches, a touchdown of 46 yards, but he has been relatively quiet since then. Diggs is the man lined up near side. Left to right, LVC in possession, 1:28 to go, third quarter. Kegerice under center. He's got Wise to the top of the formation. I once again with Fink dotting. Kegerice rolling to his right, looking downfield. He wants his man Diggs, has him, and it is complete in Wilkes territory. They're going to mark him out. Very close to the first down marker. About a yard, or 2 yards shy, on the 8-yard pickup. So 8 yards shy there. Kegerice, I formation. They move quickly to the line. 2 receivers set, 1 to either side. Going to be a handoff running off to the right side. It's Fink who's hit close to the first down marker. He might have it, as that was Cole Jesmer coming in on the stop for Wilkes. That's going to be a first down to the 41-yard line with a minute to go in the third quarter. So 3-yard pickup for Fink. Left to right, LVC on the Wilkes 41-yard line. Back goes Kegerice. This is a pass. Looking, he's hit as he lets this go. Has it Wise, but Wise can't catch up to it. Was a little overthrown and incomplete. Kegerice might have got hit as he let that go. There was good pressure up the middle. I think that was Dane Tarantelli providing it for Wilkes. Kegerice couldn't really step into that and had to float it a little bit, and it was too high. So the clock stops on the incomplete pass. 41 seconds to go here in the third. 21-17, Wilkes in front. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Shotgun, 2 sidecars. Kegerice awaits the snap. And it's going to be a keeper for the quarterback. He's able to get to the edge on the right side. Tripped up near the 35. He is close to the first down marker. Peterson had to make a big play-saving tackle, but not before Kegerice picks up 8 yards. To the 33-yard line. So here's a big third down for Lebanon Valley with 12 seconds left in the third quarter, and I don't think we're going to see it. No, maybe not. Lebanon Valley's going to the line with 6 seconds left on the clock. They don't have to put this off here. I think they're going to. I formation up, and the officials say they didn't get it off. Yep. So Lebanon Valley will have to make us wait here for a big third down. 3rd and 2 on the way. They trail 21-17. Wilkes in front. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and WilkesAthletics.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So welcome back to Arnold Field. 129 yards passing for Cody Kegerice in this game. Fourth quarter about to get underway. A big 3rd and 2 coming up for Lebanon Valley. They've got the ball at the 33-yard line of Wilkes. Both teams traded punts and then traded turnovers before Wilkes scored on a 13-yard touchdown pass from Jose Tabora to Derek Nelson. 2 to the near side. I formation, Lebanon Valley, ball on the far side hash, moving right to left. Cody Kegerice under some duress, and down he goes. It looked like a broken play, and he's hitting the backfield for a loss. Bud Moyer combining on the stop there alongside Pat Rickey once again. That's a 7-yard loss. So it looked like there was some miscommunication between Kegerice as he rolled out in his backfield, But this results in another punt from LVC, a huge stop defensively for Wilkes. So Domovich stands inside the 50-yard line, 4th and 9. He's back near his own 45. Cadis stands at his own 10-yard line. Domovich gets this off high, a little bit of a wobbler, spiraling in the air, and it's fair caught just inside the 15-yard line. So Wilkes takes over. The ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. That's where the Colonel's offense will step back in. Converted a couple big third downs in that third quarter. Jose Tabora has been great for them. Wilkes, 241 yards passing so far for Jose with 2 touchdowns. So he's got 2 receivers to the top. Looks like he's got Yannick in the slot, Stieber, the deep man. Near side, it's Nelson, the man who caught the touchdown pass on the last drive. Pistol look with Wiley behind him, I think. Or is that Gonzalez? Doesn't matter. It's Tabora off the left edge as he kept it himself. So he got about 3 yards to the 18-yard line. $14 carries, 59 yards for Jose Tabora. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Another shotgun look. 2nd and 7. 13:33 to go here in this game. Tabora rolling to his right, looks to the edge, has Stieber. It's low. Did he come up with it? Yes, he did. Stieber catches that one near the 25-yard line. He's close to the first down marker. They're going to mark him just shy. So a pickup of about 6 on the completion to Stieber. So now Wilkes another chance to try to convert on third down. This time it's 3rd and short. Just shy of 1 yard. It's probably 3rd and a half. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Single back formation behind Tabora under center. Tries to run behind his center, and I think he's got it. Kind of fell into it. And he should pick that one up for the Colonels. That'll move the chains. Brandon Brubaker on the stop. But Wilkes converts, and the ball is placed at the 35-yard line, or excuse me, the 36-yard line, so a 2-yard pickup for Tabora. Wilkes continues to do their thing. A 12-game losing streak for Wilkes in the balance. Haven't won since 2010, 7 games in a row to Lebanon Valley. 1st and 10. From the 25, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side, another shotgun look for Jose Tabora. He rolls to his left. He's looking downfield, lofts this one, goes high for Stieber, and it's too high and incomplete. Jose saw his man. He loaded it up and launched it. A little too high. I don't think it would have been a great catch for Stieber anyway, if he somehow could have come down with it, but it was too high. Makes it 2nd and 10 from the 25. Clock stops at 12:07. Both these teams 0-1 in search of victory number 1 of 2018. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side again for Jose Tabora. 2nd and 10. Little blitz coming from Lebanon Valley. Tabora has to take his time. Now throws it. It's complete. It's a 1st down for Wilkes. Out across the 35, out near the 39-yard line. Stieber once again. And they're going to mark it at the 39. It's going to be a 14-yard pickup. Wilkes not going to rush to the line as they get another 1st down. 11:46 to play. 21-17 they lead. 2 to the near side. They got double tight to the left. Shotgun. 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Going to be a handoff. I think that's Gonzalez. He might have the 40, maybe the 41 if he fell forward. Not a ton of room to run on the inside there. Alex Trujillo on the stop. A pickup of 2 for Gonzalez. Jordan Jones out there, the third-string tight end. Been using him in a variety of different positions. Yannick, the slot near side. Shotgun once again. 2nd and 8 from their own 41-yard line. Left to right, Wilkes moving with the football. Back goes Tabora. Has time in the pocket, no one to throw to. Now has to get out of the pocket. Pumps, looking for a block. He's got it on the edge. He's across the 50 into Lebanon Valley territory inside the 45. About a 17-yard pickup, or 16-yard pickup to the 43. So 16 yards on the run there for Tabor. That's a great job by him to look downfield, recognize he doesn't have anything, pull the ball down, call for a block and get it, and move the chains. Nelson near side. 2 receivers to the top. They're going to bring Nelson in motion. Shotgun for Wilkes. 21-17, they lead 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of Lebanon Valley. Tabora all day, looks downfield, double coverage, looking for Stieber. It's incomplete. That pass defended well, as was Zachary Adams back there alongside Anthony Jenkins on the stop. Tabora stepped up into the pocket, looking for Stieber, who split the safeties. But they combined on the stop. Stieber couldn't come down with it. Stops the clock at 9:58. 21-17, Wilkes in front. Converted a couple first downs here. 2 to the top. Richard Ermias is the top guy. Yannick in the slot near side. It's Nelson. 3 receiver set, another shotgun formation. Tabora, play action, looks quickly, able to connect with Yannick. Has a couple blockers in front of him. He's across the 35. I think he's got another first down near the 33-yard line. They're going to move it to the 32, it looks like. An 11-yard pickup. .272 yards for Jose Tabora in this game. Yannick with 64 yards receiving on 5 catches. And it's 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Wilkes moving the ball very well. 2 to the near side. Yannick and Ermias. To the top, it's Nelson. Wing right. Gonzalez in the shotgun with Tabora. Tabora going to hand it off to Gonzalez up the middle. Crosses the 30-yard line. He's wrapped up and hit around the 28. Wagaman, I believe, on the stop. So that ball in between the 28. That's a good run there, about 5 yards on the carry. Between the 28 and the 27, and now Wilkes with 8:47. Again, they're just taking their time. This is the kind of offense Coach Strock wants. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the top. It's a shotgun formation with Gonzalez next to Tabora. He awaits. Lebanon Valley backs off. It's another give. This time, Gonzalez is tattooed as he got close to the 25-yard line. In on the stop, Trujillo. So Trujillo lays the wood, but Gonzalez gets to the 25. A pickup of 2. So now that brings up another 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Wilkes has been very good on 3rd downs. Super efficient in this game. 2 to the near side, 2 to the top. Another shotgun. This time it's Taragna next to Tabora. Tabora awaits the snap out of the shotgun. 3rd and 3. Looks, it's complete. Has his man on the left side. Believe that was Ragsdale on the catch. And it's inside the 20, a 6-yard completion to the 19. So Tabora completes to Ragsdale. Another third down completion for Wilkes. The ball sits inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Wilkes is salting this game away with 7:25 to go. Now, Lebanon Valley, of course, has a pretty explosive offense. Stieber back out on the field. He's the deep man near side. Yannick is in the slot. One receiver to the top is Nelson. Tight end, wing right. To Ragna in the shotgun with Tabora. Tabora fakes the handoff, and a lot of pressure coming from Lebanon Valley. Yannick breaks a tackle, crossing the 15, turned what looked to be a broken play into a gain inside the 15-yard line. Maybe to the 14. Makes it a 5-yard pickup. So 5 yards out of nothing there. The screen was picked up pretty quickly, but Yannick made a few people miss. Got to the 14-yard line, makes it 2nd and 5. Clock still running, 6:35 to go. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tight end, right side. Shotgun formation to Ragna, next to Tabora. Jose looks, blitz coming, and somebody jumped from LVC when the ball came out, but the officials are going to blow this dead. Someone jumped from LVC. They were in. Let's see what the officials say. It's got to be offside, I would imagine. Now, LVC saying it's against Wilkes. I imagine they would say that. So the officials are going to talk about it here. And this might go against the Colonels. Snap infraction against Marcin Kavich. So that backs Wilkes back up to the 19-yard line. That's the first penalty called against the Colonels this game. Makes it 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Shotgun once again for Wilkes. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. The LVC was showing pressure off the edge. Now Tabora throws to the corner, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Stieber, but couldn't come up with it. He's slow to his feet on the sideline. Pass defended well there on the edge by Grant Gomer. So now that brings up 3rd and 10. Wilkes is 8 of 11 on 3rd downs. They've got 3rd and 10. With 5:57 to go, and they lead 21-17. Back goes Tabora, looking across the middle, steps up into the pocket, now has to be chased out to his left side. Tabora gonna run, trying to get the sticks, and he's got it! Inside at the 9-yard line, the 8 is where he steps out of bounds. Tabora picks up a huge 3rd down conversion for Wilkes, and the Colonels continue to run the clock. They've got the ball 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 5:39 to go. Now here's the problem for Wilkes. Twice they've gotten inside the 10 and been turned away. They've scored on a couple other drives, but they have gone for it on 4th down, gambled and lost a few possessions here. Wilkes quickly has to get to the line. They've only got 5 seconds on the play clock. Tabora has to make sure everybody gets set. He's got 1 second. They get it off. Tabora looking to his left out of the shotgun. Now looks back to the right. Has Yannick in the corner. It's long. It's incomplete. I think that was Gomer on defense there. Was looking for Yannick in the corner, couldn't hit him. So 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line coming for Wilkes. 21-17, they lead. 5:14, the clock stopped at right now for Coach Drock and company. Wilkes gets a score here. It could be huge. This drive started. 14 minutes to go. There's 5:14 now to go here in the 4th quarter. This is the exact thing Coach Drock wants. Tabora, flag comes out, looking to the corner, it's caught. Stieber gets away, he's into the end zone, but I think this one's coming back. A flag came out as Stieber got into the end zone. And another flag comes out as Tabora got hit towards the end of the play. And now the officials will sort things out. So a flag came out at the pretty much right after this, or in the run of play within about a second or two after the snap. So I imagine it's going to go into the offense. And then another flag came out as Tapora got shoved down behind the line of scrimmage well after the play. So the officials talking, and, well, here's the call. Illegal formation against Wilkes. Dead ball personal foul against Lebanon Valley. So the 5-yard variety against Wilkes. And then a penalty moves the ball, I think, to the 6-yard line, it should. I mean, really, it's the difference of a yard, but Wilkes gets a fresh set of downs to work with here. So they're going to mark it. It's a difference of 2 yards from the 8 to the 6, and Wilkes gets a first down. It's more or less what happens here. There's only been 3 penalties on Lebanon Valley. They've all been of the personal foul variety. So 1st and 10, 5:04 to go here in the game. 2 to the near side, 2 to the top. Tabora, empty gun. Tight right with Harrison. Tabora awaits, low snap, gets it. Going to be a quarterback draw up the middle inside the 5, and he's down close to the 2-yard line, maybe the 3. Looks like they have him at the 3. That makes it 2nd and goal. That's a 3-yard pickup for Jose Tabora. 4:35 to go in this game. 21-17. Wilkes gets a score here. They're working on not leaving enough time for Lebanon Valley. 2 to the near side. Shotgun. Wing in tight to the right, almost in a fullback spot. Tabora. Low snap. It's picked up on the run, and I think that was Wiley that grabbed it, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Wow, that would have been a huge mistake for Wilkes. But Wiley on top of it, no gain, but he's right there to grab it. So 3rd and goal. Ball between the 4 and the 3-yard line. 3:48 to go. Wilkes leads 21-17. Shotgun, 2 to the near side once again. In tight, looks like it's Rossi in the fullback spot right behind the guard. Tabora gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking for the edge, doesn't really have much, and he's taken down to the 5-yard line. A designed run to the edge, Tabora nowhere to go, and the officials. Wilkes has, he said Lebanon Valley, but he pointed towards Wilkes. So, a timeout on the field. Lebanon Valley takes it. That's their first of the half. So Tabora loses a yard. With 3:27 to go, it's an interesting dilemma here for Wilkes. Twice they've gone for it on 4th down inside the 5-yard line, and twice they've been denied. So do they kick the field goal here? And I think that's what they're going to do. Despirito's out there. So the ball's on the 5-yard line. Wilkes has a 21-17 lead. So they're going to kick the field goal, try to get a 7-point lead, and then hope the defense can hold out. Lebanon Valley uses a timeout. Despirito on to kick the extra point. It will be Nelson to hold. Nelson holding at the 12-yard line. It's a 22-yard field goal. Despirito, the right-footed kicker. The ball's on the right hash. Here's the snap. Down, kick, up, and through. Despirito puts it through, and it's a 7-point advantage. So that drive for Wilkes started at 14:03. It's now 3:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. A huge, huge drive for the Colonels. And now they lead 24-17, 3:24 to go in this game. Lebanon Valley. Diggs and Birch are back to receive. Wilkes has really just kept it away from Tyre Diggs in the kicking game. Lebanon Valley has not scored here in the second half. They led 17-14 at halftime, and they've been shut out since then. A couple punts and a fumble. Cutteroff has the ball at the 35-yard line, near the far side hash. Left to right as we see it, Wilkes kicking off here. Diggs is moving up a little bit, and Cutteroff, I think, is just going to kick this one out of bounds. Multiple flags come flying in. And the official is going to talk about this one. So Cutteroff kicked it out. And we'll see. Lebanon Valley might make Wilkes kick this again. Yeah, I think Lebanon. Now, Coach Bueller does not want to accept that. There we go. The official started to say first down Lebanon Valley from the 25, and Coach Bueller from Lebanon Valley, Joe Bueller almost ran out onto the field. Said, no, we want him to kick again. So we'll see. Wilkes has to kick. Cutteroff this time from the 30-yard line. Worth pointing out, Tyre Diggs is standing at his own 20, moved up to the second line here from LVC. I think he's trying to get a little bit of a head start if Wilkes tries to pooch this one again. 3:24 to go in the game. And Despirito is kicking this time. It's not Cutteroff. So we'll see what Despirito does here. He approaches the ball left to right, puts his foot to it, high end over end kick, and it's taken by Birch at his own 11-yard line. Birch running with it, is going to keep it, try to run to the edge, try to get the edge. He's got a couple blockers on the left side. Birch able to get the sideline. He's tripped up before the 40-yard line. A huge play. I think it was Cadis who made the stop. And he needed to make that tackle. So Birch goes down, and LVC starts. The ball on their own 39-yard line. 2 timeouts and 3:15 to work with. Cody Kegerice. He's got Dallas Arner to the top of the formation. Near side it's Wise, and the slot to the top is Diggs. Shotgun formation. They haven't used this too much as LVC. They bring Diggs in motion, play action with him. Kegerice looking over the middle, has his tight end Clark. It's caught deep in Wilkes territory, inside the 40 and down near the 36-yard line. .25 yards on the completion to Clark. So big completion there. 1st and 10 from the 36. 2 to the top. Back to an I formation for LVC. 2:50 to go in this game. Play action. Kegerice looking again. Doesn't have anybody. Throws it short and it's incomplete. Looking for his fullback, Derek Robinson. There on coverage was Bud Moyer. Clock stops at 2:45. Ball on the 36-yard line. Wilkes has not beaten Lebanon Valley since 2010. And they've lost 12 straight games dating back to 2016. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. It's Arner. Clark, the tight end, to the right side. Kegerice, draw play, running off the left side is Fink, trying to get to the edge. Moyer hits him initially, and then it's cleaned up by Wilkes on the edge. A loss of about a yard on the play. I think it was Amari Johnson in on the stop, or Amari Peterson, in on the stop, as well as Moyer hit him initially. The Wilkes crowd on the far side trying to get into it. 2:20 to go. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Single back, no, it's a shotgun. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Kegerice. High snap, rolls to his right, looking to get out to the edge. Kegerice looking downfield, has some running room if he wants it. Now launches it forward, and it is incomplete, but a flag comes in late. It looked like Arner was asking for a penalty. Defensive holding, maybe pass interference, and the officials will talk about it. This could be huge going against the Colonels here. So we'll see what the officials say. That's a holding penalty. So defensive holding called against Wilkes. Ball moves from the 37-yard line. Wow, all the way to the 27-yard line. It's a 10-yard penalty. So Wilkes penalized, and it gives Lebanon Valley a fresh set of downs with 2 minutes to play. Shotgun, Fink next to Kegerice. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Kegerice looking, gonna run with it. Quarterback draw, runs out to the left side. Space inside the 20. He's knocked down right at the 20-yard line by Amari Peterson. A pickup of 7 yards. Second and 3. 1:40 to go. Lebanon Valley down by 7 to Wilkes. 24-17. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Kegerice with Fink next to him. Here's the snap. He rolls to his right. Kegerice looking downfield. Has his man Wise close to the first down marker. Fink closes him out. But I think he's got it right at the marker at the 17. A 3-yard pickup. Sixth catch for Wise for 40 yards. 1:15 to go. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Another shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Kegerice. Fink next to him. Going to hand it off to Evan Fink, running off the right side. Evan Fink trying to get inside. He's down near the 11 is where he's hit. Excuse me, Ryan Fink. And I think there's a timeout here by Lebanon Valley. They want to take their second timeout. So Ryan Fink grabs 6 yards on the carry. And Lebanon Valley has a second and about 4 coming up with 1 minute and 1 second to play. McCarthy Tire Services has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tires, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family's growing with yours. One of the top independent retail dealers in the United States. You can visit them at any of their service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, or Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tires. Visit them on the web at mccarthytire.com. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and also on wilkesathletics.com. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 11-yard line. Wilkes 24-17, looking for the first win of the 2018 season. Shotgun rolling. Lebanon Valley looking downfield. Hit Kegerice as he throws, and it's incomplete. Pressure from Moyer coming on that play. Also in on that pressure was Pat Rickey. And a big 3rd down coming. 3rd and 4. The clock stops at 56 seconds. So 56 seconds to go. Lebanon Valley, 3rd and 4, the ball at the Wilkes 11, right to left as we see it, far side hash. Shotgun once again, 3 receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Kegerice running off the right side, looks like he's going to get the first down, and he's close to the 5 and knocked out of bounds. He needed the 7, and he got the 7. They're going to put him at the 6-yard line, a pickup of 5. So now, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. 51 seconds to go. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Kegerice with Ryan Fink next to him. Shotgun once again. Fink switches from the left to the right side. Kegerice running, same play, running off that right side. Tries to cut back up the field, and he's knocked down. Close to the 2-yard line, it looks like. And there's still only one timeout left, 35 seconds to go. Lebanon Valley has to hurry here. A 4-yard pickup for Kegerice. Shotgun once again. 2nd and goal from the 2. Kegerice rolling to the left, looking, corner of the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Dallas Arner comes down with a score. So Kegerice hits Arner for the 2-yard touchdown. And LVC is going to kick the extra point. 24-23, Wilkes leads with 22 seconds to play. So here's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So Wilkes, the defense can't hold. Some good offense from Lebanon Valley. And now they lead, or the game's tied at 24 with 22 seconds to go. Wilkes is capable from striking from deep. Don't forget, Jeff Stieber, 51-yard touchdown catch last week against Hartwick. But with Lebanon Valley expecting it defensively, we'll see what Wilkes can do. So Fink and Cadis are back to receive. You got Wiley as one of the up men as well. So Bentz, who kicked the extra point through, is going to put the ball the near side hash, the 35-yard line. We'll see what LVC does here. I imagine they're not too afraid of Wilkes' return game. They might try to kick this deep. Try to pin the Colonels. It's still overcast here at Arnold Field, Lebanon Valley College, beautiful campus down in Annville, Pennsylvania. Benz has the ball, the near side 35. Approaches it, does the right-footed kicker, puts his boot to it. It's a line drive kick, bounced right in front of Cadis, bounces behind him, and he's going to drop that into the end zone for a touchback. So Wilkes will take over on their own 25-yard line with only 22 seconds to play. I don't know what we're going to see here from the Colonels. This might just be a kneel it out and play for overtime kind of thing. It took overtime for the last time for Wilkes to beat LVC. Is that what's going to take again? So the Colonels talking things over on the sideline. They break it, and they're coming out here. Nelson's the near side. Looks like Wilkes is going to try to run a play here. Shotgun formation, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tight end to the right side as well. Tabora back, looking, all kinds of time. Steps up into the pocket, launches this one deep, has Stieber. He comes, no, he can't come up with it. Oh, he had a shot at it, and he couldn't make the catch. Wow. Stieber split the defenders again. It hit him in the hands. It would have been a spectacular catch if he rolled over with it, but it burst out, and it's an incomplete pass. 14 seconds on the clock. Deem runs the play out. Stieber to the left side. Yannick in the slot. Near side, it's Nelson. Deem, the tight end to the right. Shotgun once again. Wilkes is running another play here. 14 seconds to go. Tabora back, looking, time, throws it near side, complete to Nelson. Nelson's got to get out of bounds. He gets up to the sideline, out of bounds around the 42-yard line with 7 seconds to go. So a pickup of about 17 to Nelson. So there's 7 seconds to go. Wilkes still has all 3 of their timeouts. Any play they run here, it's tough. It's either going to have to be a home run ball or something into LVC territory. I would think at least inside the 35. They just don't have enough time. This has to be a home run ball if they're going to go for it here. Shotgun, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Tabora quickly over the middle, has his man. It's complete with 3 seconds left, and they get a timeout near the 40-yard line. He got it to Jones, who makes the catch. 17-yard completion. And a timeout was taken by Wilkes with 3 seconds left. Now, they're trotting DeSpirito out. They're going to try this. DeSpirito is on to try a 59-yard field goal. Wow. With 3 seconds to go. Strike that, 58 yards. Kind of meet him in the middle there. DeSpirito on to kick. The sophomore from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, from Crestwood High School. It's going to be a 58-yard field goal, and Lebanon Valley wants to talk about it. They're going to waste their final timeout here. Ice the kicker a little bit. Make DeSpirito think about it. Alex had a field goal, a 36-yarder, last week against Hartwick. And, of course, he kicked one earlier, a 22-yarder. So he's 2 for 2 on the season. But this kick is as long as both his made field goals combined at 58 yards. DeSpirito, a sophomore, as I mentioned, from Wilkes-Barre. Went to Crestwood High School. An opportunity to be a hero for the Colonels. 58 yards. Near side hash for the right-footed kicker. It's on the right side of the field. The LVC crowd getting loud. Everybody getting loud. Here's the snap. Hold down. Kick up, and that does not have enough leg. It's off to the left and no good. It bounces around the goal line. It was a bit of a knuckler. It was a long shot, to say the least. And that's going to be the end of regulation, and we're going to overtime. Extra football, free football here at Arnold Field. That would have been amazing if that had happened. I think everybody, LVC fans included, would have gone wild if that one went in. But it's 24-all, Wilkes and Lebanon Valley, and we go to overtime. So we'll figure out what side of the field we're playing on here. Who's going to get the ball to start? And all that fun stuff. Again, the last time Wilkes defeated Lebanon Valley was on this field in overtime, 35-28 in 2010. So the official's going to go ask for the captains, explain the rules and everything to the coaches. Let's get a quick update for what's going on elsewhere. 52-21, DV, the winner over UMass Dartmouth. That's who Wilkes faces next week. So the nationally ranked Delaware Valley getting in the win column. 31-17, FDU going to move to 2-0. They are about to defeat William Patterson 91-7. University of Mary Hardin-Baylor on top of Albright. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. I think they're up to number 3 team in the nation with a 91-7 lead. 33-19, like coming on top of Widener. That game, 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. So Widener trying to make a game out of that. So the captains meet at midfield. And the officials explain the rules and how this overtime period, or periods, will proceed. It's been a quick, pretty clean, well-played game. Both teams have played hard. Both teams probably deserving of a win. We'll see. Wilkes, 28 first downs. 129 rush yards, 316 passing yards for Jose Tabora in this game. He's been phenomenal. And as you can expect, has been the offensive catalyst. So it looks like Wilkes got it, wants the ball, and Lebanon Valley says they want to defend the side where the band is. So that's to our right from where we see it. So Wilkes will start with the ball at the 25-yard line. Or excuse me, it will be Lebanon Valley starting with the ball. Excuse me, Lebanon Valley is going to start. So Lebanon Valley will have the ball moving left to right as we see it. The first possession of overtime. And remember, the first two things here have to match each other, but the first two series don't have to go for two. Or you can kick the extra point, but the third series you have to go for two. Two to the top, I formation for Kegerice. Handoff, Fink, Ryan Fink getting close to the 20-yard line, a 5-yard pickup. He's been pretty effective in the second half as the game has gone on. Ball on the 20, 2nd and 5, here in overtime. 24 all, Lebanon Valley and Wilkes. Two to the near side, I formation once again with Ryan Fink that dots it. Kegerice looking, lost the ball, it's on the floor, and I think Kegerice got back on top of it, back at the 25. That could have been huge, but Kegerice jumps back on top of it. Unfortunately for LVC, now it's 3rd and 10 from the Wilkes 25-yard line. Two to the near side. Clark, the tight end, to the left. I formation once again. And back goes Kegerice, looking to get rid of it, looking to the flat. He's got Fink. It's incomplete. He had it in his hands. He couldn't come down with it. So now out comes the field goal unit. So it's Nick Bentz on to kick here. He had a 40-yard field goal, his first of the season, earlier. Now he's got a 42-yarder on the left hash for the right-footed kicker. 4th and 10 here in overtime. And Coach Drock, playing some mind games, calls a timeout. Wants to talk things over. Wants to make Bentz think about this kick a little longer. Lebanon Valley has Lycoming next week up in Williamsport. Then they got a bye before they come home to take on Widener. Wilkes away next week at nationally ranked Delaware Valley. Then they're home against Misericordia before taking on Alvernia on the road. Alvernia, their first season, college football. They are on a bye this week, along with King's College. So Wilkes opening up MAC play next week with Delaware Valley. Wilkes crowd trying to get into it. 42-yard field goal attempt. Bentz, ball on the far side hash on the left for the right-footed kicker. Good snap, hold down, kick on the way, and it is good. Bentz puts it through from 43 yards, kind of in between. So that makes it 27-24. And now the Colonels take over on the 25-yard line. They got a match. They can match or they can win, but they can't not do anything. So here we go. One receiver near side, one to the top, actually two to the top. Yannick in the slot. Tabora the shotgun. The LVC crowd getting loud. First possession for Wilkes, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, left to right as we see it. Tabora rolling to his left, looks down, he's got Stieber. Stieber makes the catch close to the 15-yard line, and he should have a first down. Stieber, ever reliable, that's his 8th reception. And they've got a first down at the 15. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Great completion out to the left side. Nice little out route by Stieber. Stieber switches sides of the field. He comes near side. Yannick in the slot near side. Nelson to the top. Shotgun formation. Harrison, tight end, right side. Tabora, handoff to Ragna up the middle. He crosses the 13, maybe to the 12 before he's taken down. We're in the first frame of overtime. The ball is placed on the 12, so it's a 3-yard pickup. Herzog on the stop. 2nd and 7 from the 12 for Wilkes. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. A field goal from LVC is the difference. Can Wilkes tie that or do it better? Shotgun once again. Tabora. Back he goes. He's looking near side, looking to the corner, has Stieber, and it is caught. Stieber dives. And they're going to say he's down at the 1. It's close, but they get right to the 1-yard line. And Wilkes is not wasting any time. They're getting quickly to the line. First and goal from just inside the 2-yard line. Tabora trying to go off the edge, and he's stopped. I don't think he's got it. And it's 2nd and goal. Lutz on the stop. They tried to go quickly there. So 2nd and goal from pretty much just inside at the 1-yard line. I formation, 1 receiver to the top for Wilkes. Tabora gonna keep it again, and he's in! Touchdown Wilkes! The Colonels win in overtime. Jose Tabora, the hero, and the Wilkes Colonels steal it, 30-27 the final. And they run to celebrate with the Wilkes fans on the far side of the field. Jose Tabora, the keeper, runs off the right side, and the Colonels come away with a victory. Their first win in 12 games. Their first win since 2010 against Lebanon Valley. 30-27 the final. What an outstanding football game from both these teams. So the Colonels go to 1-1 on the season. And they get a big win on the road against Lebanon Valley. A huge, huge victory. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more in the post game here. 30-27, Wilkes takes it in overtime. You're listening to Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Show Network, and WilkesAthletics.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol & Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol & Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol & Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So we're back at Arnold Field here post-game with Wilkes taking the victory over Lebanon Valley College. The final score 30-27 in overtime. The Colonels able to come away with a win over Lebanon Valley. What a great game between these two teams. It was back and forth, 14-0. Early Lebanon Valley had the lead. Wilkes was able to make a game out of it, tie the game at 14, only down by 3 at halftime, and they come back. It was a great job by Lebanon Valley to respond, get a touchdown late in the game, force a tie, get a field goal at the beginning of overtime, but Wilkes comes away with a 1-yard run. Jose Tabora winning the game for the Colonels. The final score 30-27. Some of the final stats: 28 first downs for Wilkes, 129 yards on the ground, 316 yards through the air for the Colonels. So they really did a good job just getting yardage, just finding a way to get offensive yards, something that they hadn't been able to do with a ton of consistency throughout last season, the last couple of years. So they do that here. 316 yards passing from Jose Tabora, goes 25 of 38 for 2 touchdowns. No interceptions as well for him. And, of course, a couple rushing touchdowns as well, including the game winner for him. Overall, like I said, 25 of 38, 66%, 2 touchdowns for Jose Tabora, 18 of 96 with a game-winning touchdown in overtime. Jeff Stieber, 8 catches, 147 yards. They continue to rely on him. Derek Nelson with a touchdown catch. And Matt Rossi, the fullback, caught a touchdown as well. Just what a great effort from the Colonels. Amari Peterson finishes with 8 tackles, 7 solo tackles, a couple tackles for loss from Moyer and Ricky, combining on a lot of those stops. 8 tackles for Devin Fink as well. The Wilkes defense really stepped up when they needed to in this game. Lebanon Valley, they had their chances, and they didn't play bad either. 14-21 for Cody Kegarai, 66%, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns as well. No interceptions. Tyre Diggs had some big plays early, was really kept out of the game as it wore on. 3 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown, a 46-yard touchdown catch on the opening drive. Ryan Fink finishes with 72 yards rushing and a touchdown on 13 carries. He was very, very effective. A couple fumbles, just one that really hurt Lebanon Valley. And then, of course, 15 tackles from Tyler Lutz to lead the team and lead everybody in terms of defense there. 10 solo tackles for him, had a sack, had a half tackle for loss as well. Zach Adams with 11 tackles for them, 9 solo as well. It was a well-played game from everywhere, but Wilkes just happened to have 1 extra play, and they come away with a victory. 30-27, the Colonels take it in overtime. They knock off Lebanon Valley on the road. That's going to wrap things up for us here from Arnold Field. We'll catch you next week, coming to you live from Doylestown as Wilkes goes to take on nationally ranked Delaware Valley. Kickoff around 1 o'clock right here on the John Mendola Show Network and, of course, WilkesAthletics.com between Delaware Valley and Wilkes. The final score, 30-27. Wilkes wins it in overtime over Lebanon Valley. I'm Tom Ferguson. Thanks so much for listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and WilkesAthletics.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at McCarthyTire.com.